Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome to the Humble Servant Homestead. Guys, today what I'm going to be doing out here today is going to be taking care of these paddocks for my billies and also for my male sheeps. And also what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be running my sheeps inside of this paddock here. So my original plan was to have a gate right here and two gates over there on the other side. But what I did, I went ahead and I'm changing up on that design. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and close off this, what was going to be a gate, and also the other gate on that end. I'm going to go ahead and close that section off as well, and pretty much go ahead and put on that gate that we're going to have over there on that side. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring the sheeps on in so they can be in this particular area. And also I have a sheep that's, probably going to be giving birth pretty soon, going to be lambing pretty soon. And so what I want to do, I want to go ahead and separate them from the male, so that way that male don't go ahead and mess with the female. So all right, so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of measurements here, and we're going to go ahead and do our cut. So right here from that point is going to be 59 inches. And so that's going to be my cut for right here. And what I'm going to be doing is closing in this section right here with cattle panel. And so that's what we're going to head on over here and get the cut in right now. Okay guys, so that's it there for this cut. And we're going to head on over here and go ahead and put it on, and we're going to go ahead and get it tacked on. Okay guys, so here I have some barbed staple, and that is what I'm going to be using to go ahead and tack this cattle panel to the post here. And so I'm going to go ahead and get it started, and you coming closer. When you're putting in these staples right here, you do not want to put them in straight like that. You want to go at an angle when you're putting them in, and that's because the grain of the wood, you want to make sure you have it slanted to that way you're not going straight into one grain, but you're going into multiple grain. That way as this wood age and it cracks, your staple won't pull out. Okay. Guys, so that is it right there for this section. Have it nice and tacked in. So now what I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead and move over onto the other side. Okay guys, so now that we went ahead and blocked up this other section here of the gate, so now this is a section over here that's going to be the entrance for this paddock right here, guys. And I want to take you guys in just to show you what it is that this section here is going to be for. Now, from this pole right here to about the middle right here, and connect back to this pole, this section going to be one spot to house, maybe Billy, or even those that's going to be going into labor. And the other section over here is also going to be for the same thing, like to hold, the rams or the bucks. And so that's what I have these different paddocks in this area for. And over here is going to be where I house the sheeps and stuff like that. I already have a little building up right here for them that I'm storing my hay in right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pole right here, and I will take you guys along with me once I get ready to do this particular section and run the fence and everything like that. So it's going to be a fence from that angle to here, and there's going to be two gates right here, and that's what I had planned for that section, but I went ahead and switched it up so that way the gate can be in here. So if when I'm ready to transfer the animals, maybe from either in here to over here, it'll be a little bit easier instead of trying to take them out of here, go around that gate, put them in. So it'll be a whole lot easier if the gate is already on the inside, so they can just run on in. I can separate them out easy that way. And so what we're gonna do right now, I'm gonna take you guys along with me, and we're gonna go ahead and install the gate for this section right here. And then once this section is done, I'm gonna come on in, clean out all the debris and everything, and I'm gonna go ahead and incorporate the sheeps in this area right here, guys. Come along. Okay guys, so this is about the height that I need this gate to be right here. And so what I went ahead and did was put a block down on the ground just to prop the gate up off a little bit. Now what I'm going to do with my marker is I'm going to come on over on this side over here. Let me show you. And I'm pretty much going to go ahead and mark right down here where the studs is going to be going into the wood itself, and I'm going to mark right underneath the bottom. Okay. And also what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and mark right here up top. Okay, now this particular hinge right here on this gate, you can loosen the bolt and you can slide it up and down to make sure, you know, you adjust the fence the way how you want, adjust the gate the way how you want it on here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get my drill, and I'm going to go ahead and start drilling these holes. And once I drill the hole, I'm going to go ahead and put the bolts in, and we're going to set this gate up. Take you guys along. Here we have our drill bit, and what we're going to be doing right now is where I have these marked here, I'm going to go ahead and drill a hole so I can get these bolts in. And once we get drill a hole, we're going to put these bolts in, and we're going to use this right here to tighten the bolt inside. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to screw this all the way in, because once I come back, I'm still going to have to adjust this gate and just making sure that it is nice and level. Okay, so just guys, so now that I went ahead and put my bolts in, you know, aka hinges, I guess you would call them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my leveler, and I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much put it on the side right here, put it right here to the edge, and just check the level on it. And so far it's looking pretty good. And so what I'm gonna do now is, instead of having both of these hinges facing upward, if you do that, what will happen is, say a goat or sheep come and put their head inside of there and do like that or rub on it, what will happen is it will come up off the hinge. So I'm gonna have one facing up, one facing down, and we're gonna go ahead and put them on. I'll show you in just a second. Okay guys, so what I'm gonna do is, this part here on the gate is stable, cannot be moved. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that right on top, right here. Now what I'm gonna do is, we're down here at the bottom, I'm gonna push this down and go ahead and get it right up underneath. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. Got it on. Now we're gonna go ahead and put the bolt back on in. That's it right there, guys. That's it. But, this gate right here is not finished just yet. So what I'm gonna have to do right now is I'm gonna go ahead and come on with a cattle panel and put on the outside of this fence, outside of this gate. And the reason for that is, as you guys can see these gaps that are here inside of the gate. If I were to leave this open like that, it's easy for a baby goat or a sheep or a lamb or something like that to jump on through these little slats. So I'm gonna go ahead, get this cattle panel, cut it to the exact length of this gate, and we're gonna go ahead and put it together just a second. Okay guys, so just going ahead and put this cattle panel on here just to go ahead and get my my measurements, so I can cut this thing here to spec. And guys, I know they have these I know they have these fences here out at the, you know, your local store. But the thing about it is, this fence right here cost me about $75, right? So now the fence that actually have the wiring on it to keep the animals on the inside run you $100, and pretty much saving me $25 doing my own, putting it together. And so what I'm gonna do, you know, because of course, you know, here on the homestead, it's all about trying to save a little dollar, you know. So that's why I'm here doing that, and I'm gonna show you guys installing it, how we go about doing it. So if you guys have this fence on your homestead, you guys can go ahead and do the same thing to save a little change. I'm gonna go ahead and get this cut here. Okay guys, so here I have is some 12 gauge wire, steel wire. So what I'm doing right now is pretty much cutting them to length. All right. So just pretty much cutting. And this right here is what we're going to be using to connect the cattle panel onto the gate. All right. All right. So there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get wrapping this wire here. Onto the fencing, and then what I'm going to do is get my pliers and grab it. Pretty much going to go ahead and twist it, and before I do that twisting, I want to make sure that everything is lined up the way how I want it. Because once you twist that wire, it's going to get pretty tight. All right. Put a couple more on and we will be done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and also all these sharp edges, go ahead and get my grinder and just grind them off, so that way, you know, nothing will scrape anyone or the animals or anything like that. Right, and so just want y'all to take a quick little look on that. That right there is you saving $25. Okay, and I mean, it didn't take much at all. You know, pretty easy to install, and as you guys can see how strong that is. And what I could go ahead and do is put one more piece here in the middle, just for some extra stability. I think this is too short. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead, come back, put the finishing touch. So what I want to do here, guys, is all these sharp edges, just going ahead and just kind of knocking them down to keep from scraping anyone or the animals. Okay, guys, so now that I done grinded off all the, the hazard, so now it's nice and clean. It's, I think I like it. It's where it's supposed to be. And so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and attach. This is my little latch here for my my gate. This is, So what I'll do, I'll put one here on the outside. So if the bolts or anything pushing on it. Now right here, the gap is a little bit wide right here. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go ahead and get a piece of 2x4, just to go ahead and close in that gap right there. And that's good, guys. Still gonna put that 2x4 there, just in case a little baby goat or something like that trying to squeeze through. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. But guys, that is it right there. Voila. So just guys, I want to thank y'all as always for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. And just, if you like the content you guys got here today, throw me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And as always, peace and blessings to each and every one of you.